Yo, 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 what it do, what it do? We back at it like a crack addict. What we got? Friday the 27th. What is that, about 2:15 p.m. And I think we finally need to talk about this. Now, before we get into it, do me a favor. Like and subscribe. And after the video, go ahead and leave a comment. Only after the video, right? So, y'all see the name. You see who's in the thumbnail, right? Are black people hypocrites, and if so, why? A lot of people is gonna be mad at this, especially the feeble-minded, the ones that aren't mature, the ones that don't want to take accountability, right? So, I'm watching No Jumper, and I'm hearing T-Rell say there were times he used to beat up random white people. Growing up in the hood, unfortunately, I took part of that 2 to 3 times. When I was very young, in Sacramento downtown Plaza, right now where the Kings play, before they tore it down and made it the Kings Arena, Golden One. It used to be a place down there called Thursday Night Market. Now, unfortunately, that's gonna date my age because I think Thursday Night Market maybe went 5 to 6 year run, maybe. But Thursday Night Market was the spot. It was the place to go. It was the place to be. You know, and it's basically exactly what it sounds like. Everybody down K Street, and you had a bunch of. It kind of reminded me of an outside flea market, but they had music going on, and it was just a very, very good, what they would call now, vibe. Everyone would go there from every different parts of Sacramento. And the good thing about it was the light rail, which some people will call the trolley. Some people will look at it as a train, subway, but it's not underground. It's on top. So the light rail always took you literally as soon as you step off of the light rail, you're right in the thick of things. You're right there. There's no, I have to walk over the block or. Now, obviously, if you get off before or after, then, you have to walk. But you can literally get dropped off right there. Just painting the picture for you. Normally took place in the summer. It was so dope. Like I said, people from all ages would go. Majority teens to maybe early 20s. Wasn't that many people going that was driving. It was majority of people that were going were on a light rail, taking public transportation and like that, right? So on the way back, for some strange reason, just one day, and I'm giving out names because at the end of the day, it's definitely beyond the statute of limitation. And I need to paint a picture because I'm tired of people acting like they perfect. Like we ain't went through this. And since May 1st, I'm doing a very, very, I'm doing my due diligence to make sure that anything I'm being a hypocrite about, I need to bring to the table. I'm trying my best, but I've been really, really taking accountability and understanding that there's really this gray area. There's not just this or that, and everybody's perception is different, right? Real quick, give you an example, right? We all know what foods are good for you, what foods aren't. We all know that you should exercise, stretch, drink lots of water. We all know you shouldn't do drugs, right? Just like we all know you should go to work, you should put the effort in. You know what I'm saying? You can't say you want to get a job, but you're not looking, right? Just like you can't say you want to live a long life without putting the right, proper things in your body. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit here and say you believe in God, but don't even know the relationship. You just, that's God. He put me here. I believe. You ain't did no work. You know what I'm saying? So you look at somebody that may have, like I have a brother, right? Just got out of jail, 14 years. Unfortunately, he got out in October. He went back in maybe about 3 weeks ago. We'll get into that later. Hopefully he get out and we can do an interview with him. He's one of the people I was going to do an interview with before. But, things were real rocky. Anybody that know individuals that have been in jail, level 4 yard in California, being a gang member, a gang banger, not just a member, a gang banger, it's a whole different type of ball game. Also, that gives you some real PTSD, and he had a lot of issues that I tried to deal with, but again, like I said, I'm real big on taking accountability. And if you go to jail when you're 18 years old and you ain't really stood on this blacktop and did anything, rather it's a job, take care of pay a bill or whatever. Not saying not getting no money, but going up there and saying, you know what, I need to make a payment arrangement. How can I do that? Or you know what, I'm about to be late on this bill. What can I do? Or let's just say even public assistance. How do I get that? You know what I mean? There's little things that you wouldn't understand if you don't know, right? So there's a little back and forth there, but I digress. Let's get to the story. So when you got an individual and you sitting there on them like, man, you need to get a job, 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 you need a job, you need a job, right? Keep yourself out of jail, you need to get some money, right? Now, you may be telling the person this, but then on the flip side, they may be working out, putting the right things in their body, and you ain't. But then you working. You know what I mean? So it's like, how can I get on you about your life and your lifestyle when I know I need to be doing the same thing? But the difference is, I'm worse. Why? Because I know better. I did the research. I know that you need to work out. I've been in shape. I played basketball. Went overseas. I played for college. So it's like, you know what you got to do. You hear these things and you still don't do them, but yet you might get on him about what he doing. You know what I'm saying? So how do we do that? Don't know. So when we get into it, we talking about what T-Rell was doing. Said he beat up random white people, right? So when these things happen to black folks, I always see an outrage, and they're always, we need to come together. They're doing this to us. They're doing this to us. They're doing that to us. They're racist and all these things, right? And we hear that. And again, I've taken part in it as well. I've taken part of racial slurs. I mean, even when you hear comedians, you hear the racial names, the C word, the TP word. You know what I'm saying? Trailer. You know what I'm saying? The red word. And I don't know what words we can use and we can't. So that's why I'm saying it this way. I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Even with the Hispanics, you may hear them say, you may hear black people use jokes and be like, bean word, all these other, the Asians, anyone of Asian descent, you might sit there and hear like, oh, fresh off the boat, and, just little mocking. But then when it happens to black people, we feel like we're just so much better than, and it's like the whole world and came down on us. Oh my God, oh, right? But yeah, we're doing it. Now, when we used to come back on Thursday night market, I would say there was about a month. And it was weird because it didn't happen before and it didn't happen after this. Rest in peace to the homie Devin. Devin was a real cool dude. With everyone, very loyal. He was definitely about that action. He's about these fists. And I didn't see Devin beat up 3 reputable people at one time. Fast as heck. Had been into the foster system. So, he was here and there. And then there was another guy by the name of Fred. I don't know where Fred is at right now. Fred was a little older. and Fred didn't go to the school that we went to, but his brother Chris was a friend of my brother's, and they played football together. So when you look at it, Fred and Devin were both what they call knockout artists. But even though we kind of ran in the same big circle, like the smaller circle, they weren't together. Everyone was always like, damn, what happened to Fred and Devin get into it? Fred and Devin. It was like, you know, Hearns and Leonard, or Hearns and Hagler, or Hearns and what's making the homie name, man? The No Mas guy, you know what I'm saying? Or things like that. We always want to know. So for some reason that week, I guess they took it upon themselves to see who had the most bravado. And then we start calling it turfing. Turfing. I don't know, even made that up. So we would get on the light rail, and on our way home at the end of the night, I think the light rail ended like 10:30 at that time. We get on the light rail, either the second to last or the last light rail. And then if it was the second to last, we would get off at a stop. We'd see some Caucasian people, and it'd be like, all right, knock them out. And then that's what it'd be like, turfing. Boom, boom, boom. Get back on the next light rail, do it again. Right? Now, this also was a big thing, I believe, in New York. I forgot what the game was called. You know, and it made some headlines, but then it kind of went away. And I was always wondering, like, man, I wonder if that was like white people doing that to black people, like, how would the outrage be? You know, and then people want to sit here and bring up, well, back then back then. But I mean, if that's the case, then we can say that literally about anything that we want to change. You can sit here with your girl, you can say, back then I was a cheater. And she could be like, oh yeah, since you're a cheater back then, that's what you're gonna stay. But yeah, you're trying to change. So I don't really want to hear back then, because we got to change anyway. I want to hear that. I want to hear, oh, this is why we do this is why we do that. No, we do certain things because we just do them. We just want to do them. Everything isn't predicated on another individual, what they do and don't do to you. Yeah, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in if, you know, three of the people I mess with pay me late on a loan that I might give them, and then the fourth homie may need a loan, and now I'm gonna tell him no because of what they did. No, you're your own individual. I'm gonna treat you as such. Feel me? You have your own credit. You have your own credit. Like, yeah. So statistically, it may be like, oh yeah, you get 25%, but also in that statistic, you're 100% in the good. That's just how my mind thinks. My perception is different. Like Kendrick said, you know, everyone grieves different. You know, in the beginning of one of his songs, he said, you know, as I gotten older, I learned that everyone has a different perspective on things. Perspective is very important, especially if you're trying to listen and understand where someone's coming from, and not just shut them away like a lot of people probably will in this video. I'm not gonna keep it real. I'm not gonna keep it real. It is what it is. So we walking around, we turfing. I remember the last day we did it, my mom had made my brother come with me. The same one that's been in jail, you know, always had a troubled past. I always tried to keep him away from any older things where I knew it was gonna be some craziness going, because I knew how to distance myself from a lot of that. You know, I didn't like getting whoopings, for one. You know, that hurt. I didn't like not being able to come outside. I didn't like things being taken from me. I didn't like not being able to get certain things. I didn't like being stuck in a cell or stuck in a home, rather 1 day or 100 days. That's not cool. So if I'm gonna do something, either I'm gonna do it very, very sneakily, or I'm not gonna do it, or I'm just gonna go ahead and I might get my feet wet, and then when I see, oh yeah, this ain't for me. And that's happened several times, several occasions. I've done a lot of things that these so-called street dudes do or don't do, but the thing is, they get caught. I don't. You know, I'm not saying I'm the smartest in the world, but hey man, I see it. One of the main reasons why I never got into a gang that I didn't start. And when I say that, more so like a clique, you know, there's a couple of homies, you know what I mean, nothing big, not really looking to go around and do any damage, just more so like, oh yeah, we're gonna go places together and we just gonna make sure we got each other's back 5 or 6 deep. We ain't going nowhere to start no problems, no trouble. We're just trying to go get some females, some money, have a good time. That's it. So it's like the last time that we had this turfing, we went and Fred wanted his brother to go drop this Caucasian guy sitting there. He had his Walkman on, I'll never forget. It was a yellow Walkman. That shows you right there how long ago it was. A Walkman, not even a Discman, a Walkman. His younger brother, right? And his younger brother, football player, star quarterback for Pop Warner. And my brother had just started to get his bones in the football. So he's, you know, they got a lot of testosterone going on, right? So he has him going stills on the dude. This dude is dorky, you know, real dorky, real frail. Bow, he hits him. And I don't believe he dropped him, but I believe that the guy dropped because he didn't want more, he didn't want it to be a follow-up by someone bigger, right? About to go to the bowling alley, you see in the back with one of the homies. He came down to visit. And then, you know, he's on the ground. He's not knocked out though. Like that's what the thing, you got to knock him out. So then my brother came and kicked him in the face. Boom, kicked him in the face, glass fell off. He's laid out. He's going over there. He's all happy and juiced. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, man, this is the role model I am, huh? So he's going over to go try to take the dude's Walkman. I snatch him up. What you doing, man? Let's go, man. Everybody looking at me like, oh man, your brother just said, man, cut all that out, bro. Chill. So I almost got into it, you know. And Fred was bigger than me, definitely more experienced than me with the hands, but my adrenaline was up, and it was like I was protecting my brother. You know, in my brain, yeah, I was nervous, I was scared. He was like a good 4 years older than me, you know, maybe even 40, 50 pounds heavier than me, you know. And I just kept saying to myself, like, man, if he ran up, man, I'm just going to take off first, and whatever happened, happened, you know. You know, thank God it didn't happen and stuff like that. And we never did that again. And from that point, I always wondered, like, we do these things to these other individuals, and then we expect things to be different. You know, we expect it to be, oh, I'm going to go slap this dude. It's not going to be, you know, news ain't going to be big. And then let it happen the other way around. And then it's NAACP coming out and all of these things, right? I done been around where Black-owned businesses has been racial and racist to Caucasians. I never seen no video. I never seen them post it. Never seen no Channel 3 news. Let it be the other way around, and again, we're playing the victim. Hypocritical. We're playing the victim, like always. I don't like that. I never did. I don't like a hypocrite. You know, I don't like that victim playing. I don't like that. I don't know if it's because I was in a relationship with a female that was always trying to play the victim to make me look like I'm the bad guy, when it was like, you, what? Like, you doing, what? Every action has a reaction. So it's like, why you think I'm, whatever, right? So I'm real big on that. And then now at my age I am, I'm seeing a lot of people just not taking accountability for life. And they just keep going on with their life like, oh, it ain't my fault, it's cool. You know what I mean? Dealing with something right now with one of the homies, and there's some money involved, and they owe me money for like 2.5 months. Making big money. He made more money than me. Not afraid to say it. You know? And you're borrowing money from me, and you don't even have half the bills I have. And you're not on any type of substances. Okay, cool, whatever, pay me. Then something happens, the money gets messed up or lost or whatever, that's gonna be a whole nother story. And then all of a sudden it's like, I gotta keep waiting? because something happened. Then it's like, oh, well, you act like it's my fault. It is your fault, bro. You should have gave me that money 2 months ago and we wouldn't be here now. But since you didn't do that, you want to play around like I was some sucker, or because I'm the bro and you know I got love for you, like, oh, I'm going to make him wait. He's okay. He's understanding. Like, nah, now I got to smash on you. And then I'm the bad guy because of disrespect. Person shouldn't have to go from where they want to be even killed to up here. You know what I'm saying? If you have the natural Snoop type of personality, real calm, cool, and collective, you shouldn't have to turn into Tupac when somebody owe you something. You shouldn't have to do that at all. Shout out to the strawberry belts. Kids, don't eat this. Don't eat it. I love them. That's my drug of choice, right? So I seen that, man, with T-Rell, and it was like, I'm glad that he admitted that, man, because T-Rell is one of the ones that, you know, as a man, you see, you look back, you're like, man, he was like somebody I would love to have in my circle. Obviously, I'll probably never be able to, rub elbows with him. I mean, when you are a public figure, you got so many people trying to leech off you, you know what I mean? And even the homies. And it's like, you see an individual, let's just say, it's like, dang, you put this dude on, you barely know, you ain't put the homies on. Then there's certain hate for myself, then hate for him, then it turns to politics, then it's, you gotta pay this or pay that, or now you gotta catch a fade, and it's like, well, I don't even know, you don't know, nah. So I wouldn't even expect that. But I definitely would like to sit down with homie, because homie is very, very intelligent and very mature, and he has a lot of good insight on things. Even though he was with the BS, like most of us was, he also has very good insight. He's seen a lot, he experienced a lot. And that's dope. You know what I mean? And for him to admit how he was wrong, just like the Frank Ocean thing, you can tell that homie was very, very passionate about that. He was extremely wrong. He apologized on national TV, which a lot of men, especially black men, have a problem with doing. All it takes is an apology, and a lot of things wouldn't happen. But everything's about pride. I always say pride is the #1 killer in black men. Like your pride, you know what I'm saying? So, I said that to say this. Like, let's start the conversation on how we gonna change. How we gonna change? How we gonna get mad at an individual that comes into your house and leaves his shoes on while he walks around your crib when you have your shoes on yourself? You have your shoes on yourself. He's following your footsteps. He's walking in the house behind you. So you can't sit here and be like, bro, why you didn't take your shoes off, bro? You gonna disrespect my house like that? Like, oh, my bad, bro. I didn't know you had your shoes on. Oh, it don't matter what I got on. You take yours off. That's how it is. And that's especially how black parents, I don't know about other parents, stuff. I'm pretty sure, it's not just black parents, but obviously that's who I'm around. That's who I've been around a lot more. It's always do as I say, not as I do. Now, when it's something negative, like if your parent doing crack, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? But even then, you want to explain to them why. Why are you doing it? Why can't you stop? You don't want to just sit here and do this. Don't do this though. Yeah, I'm doing it. Don't do this. Right? That's the thing. There's no understanding. There's no communication. Right? People want to feel like since they're adults, they're up here, and the children are so beneath them that they don't have to give them no explanation or nothing, and that's false. That's false. You have explanation to things, they'll bring clarity, and the world will be a lot better. Straight up. Because right now, these kids that are growing up, they're the ones that's going to be running the world when we older. That's just what it is. Right? So, in closing, we need to do better, especially this hypocritical shit, man. It's not cool. I don't like it. Let's stop playing the victim. Let's start taking accountability. And let's start building with whoever. Don't come to me saying you this God-fearing man and this, that, and the third, but then you racist. There's no way you can do that. Because if you believe in God, spirits, whatever you feel, guess what? We're just renting these bodies. Under this skin, we're all the same. So when we're all judged and we go up to heaven or wherever we end up doing, guess what? We're going to look to the side, we're going to look to the left, and it's going to be like, what is it? I don't know. What? See-through bodies? What? I don't know. But we're the same. We're just renting these bodies. It's like driving a vehicle. You're just driving the vehicle. That's it. I got a white Charger, you got a red Charger, you got a black Charger, you got a green Charger. Guess what? We're still the same. Still the same car. What, I got rims on mine and you don't? Oh, okay, I got rims, you got a tint. You know, he got speakers, he got beat, he got a TV, he got seat covers. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got backup camera. But at the end of the day, it's still the same thing. It's just some added enhancements. That's it. So let's stop acting like we're better than each other. Because we not. We not. And yeah, I'm getting a little passionate right now because it just pisses me off, man. Like, it's so irritating because when you don't take accountability, you don't grow. You don't grow. It's always going to be some excuse, some reason why you can't do this or do that. And it's like, I'm not trying to perpetuate that anymore. I can't sit here and tell you I want to grow myself, but I'm not trying to sit here and really water my plant. I'm not trying to take the seeds, the fertilizer, but I want to grow. How? How if I'm not doing what it takes? So let's do what it takes. Like, subscribe if you like this content. I told you, this is not going to be what it normally should be. I might get 10 comments. I might get 10 views with 100 comments because the dialogue is going to be going and going and going. What? I thought they were getting down or something. I'm about to be like, yo, but we about to get some content right now, though. You feel? About to get some content right now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. In closing, go ahead and please like, comment, subscribe if you need to, if you want to. But it's gonna be more of this. It ain't gonna be your normal YouTube page. We're gonna get into a lot of different things. Straight up. And a lot of it's gonna be thought-provoking. Like I said, a lot of it